What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome back to my Director of Football save here on FM24. This is episode 6. We are picking up right where we left off in the sacking of Ruud van Nistelrooy as our head coach. He didn't have a particularly good season. We've had a tycoon takeover. We've got a lot of money. We're going to try and improve on this squad and recruit a new head coach that can lead the team to glory. So, we're currently on the 31st of May 2028, right where we left off in episode 5. I'm going to jump forward now to the end of the summer transfer window. We're going to have a look at what business we've done and who is our new head coach. Okay, before the season ticked over into the new 28-29 season, there were a few signings that we made. You'll remember we had an influx of cash, around about 200 million to spend, and we spent that on 3 separate players. So, centre midfield is an area I've been trying to develop for a period of time. Savic we brought in for 4.7 million. He is fairly old, 32 or 33 years old, but he is very experienced, he's still world class. He'll do a job for a year for us. So, we'll see how that one goes. Kefren Turam brought in from Nice, £100 million. A lot of money, but an exceptionally good centre midfielder. Florian Wirtz we brought in from Bayer Leverkusen. Again, a lot of money, 80 million, but he is an attacking midfielder. And our new head coach likes to play with an attacking midfielder. So we've been out and bought one for him. Wirtz is the man. So we didn't sell anyone before the season ticked over, but we sold a hell of a lot of players after the season ticked over. Remember all those young players that were out on loan that came back? Let's have a look what we did with those. Well, here we have it. So I will start with the ins. There were some free transfers that we were able to make with players that were due at the end of their contracts. Guendouzi from Lazio. He's down as a world-class midfielder and he looks very good. So it seemed a no-brainer just bringing him in, even if he's just a squad player. Gyökeres and Wahi are both good players on the game. Gyökeres is pretty good in real life. He was at Coventry doing really well. And then he moved on. I think he must have been at Sporting Lisbon. Went there from Coventry. And he's doing really well in real life. He's been linked with a few Premier League clubs, including Tottenham, in real life. But he looks pretty good. Diego Sanchez is a new-gen winger. We picked him up for 10 million. He looks good. Similar with Tsubasa Yamazaki. At the bottom, 3.3 million. I'll show you him in a minute. He looks exceptional. And we've managed to bring in 2 other world-class players with the money that we've made from sales. So, Kone, 95 million from AC Milan, another centre midfielder. Kone and Thuram in centre midfield should be bossing it, shouldn't they? I mean, how good are these two in real life and on the game? So, yeah, they should be able to boss this division. And Alphonso Davies, left back there from Bayern Munich for 106 million. We brought him in as well because Hernandez is coming to the end of his career with us. I think we could probably get another year out of him, but you know, Barco moved on. We needed another left back, so felt like we should just identify one of the best in the world and bring him in, which we've done. So, in terms of player sales, you can see there on the right-hand side, Chelsea came back for Mason Mount and was offering me 143 million. Now, he was our best midfielder, which is why they've offered a lot of money for him, and he wanted to go back to Chelsea. It's his boyhood team, isn't it? So I don't think in real life he ever wanted to leave Chelsea. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but yeah, they've come in for him, they wanted him back, and they were offering me a lot of money for him. So I let him go on the basis that we brought in Wirtz, Thuram, Kone. He could have competed with Wirtz for that attacking midfield role, but yeah, I'll let him go. So, who else did we let go? Højlund didn't particularly want to let him go, but Juventus came in for 100 million. Let him go. Barco, again, he was on a lot of money, didn't really play a lot. He was on £200,000 a week, didn't play a lot. Barcelona wanted him, 93 million. Fair enough. Sattelberger, probably wasn't going to play much. Bayern Munich came in for 86 million. He went. Moscado probably wasn't going to play that much. Adi Mayer didn't play that much. Paris Saint-Germain come in 60 million. Weirdly, I think he's signed for them in real life, hasn't he? So it was a strange one. Antonio Silva has gone to Tottenham for 60 million. Glauc has gone to Newcastle for 55. I think he's been on loan there for the last 2 seasons anyway. So they've decided that they want to buy him permanently. Elise didn't really play much for us. He was a backup to Saka, but never had much game time. He became unhappy, wanted to move. A regular first team football. Spurs came in, 45 million, so we let him go. Arda Güler, it never really worked out for us, did he? I think Dortmund's probably a good place for him, to be honest. Type of club that develops those kind of players. So, yeah, maybe he'll do all right out there. 35 million. Pizarro, again, probably wasn't going to play much with the signings that I made in centre midfield, so he's moved on. Todibo didn't play much for us. I don't even know who Damac are, but they offered 28 million for him, so he's gone there. So some of these young players gone out on loan. Bichiabu hopefully can get some game time at a big club. Mikey Moore, we only signed him last season. Hopefully can get some game time at Palace. Fitzgerald I'm not too bothered about. Chiolace is a player that comes up through Man United's academy. Very good player in real life. And Paul Warner, still kind of hanging on to him in the hope he'll become good, but we've let him go out on loan. So let's have a look at the squad now. So this is kind of what we're looking at there. So we've not changed the goalkeeper just yet, but that is an area I'm considering. We've got Ibanez, Diamande, Delict and Scalvini as the 4 centre-backs. Coyote and Fresneda, as you know, right-backs. We've now got Davis and Hernandez, as left-backs. I don't think there's a lot else I can do with that defence. I think it's really good. We could potentially replace Ibanez or Diamande, but Ibanez had a good season last season, so I'm fairly content with those. We've now got a number of French players in midfield. Gendouzi, Thuram, Kone, Mainu's still here. Milinkovic-Savic is here to provide that experience. And Florian Wirtz. As new head coach, plays with 2 centre midfielders and attacking midfielder. So I'm looking at that thinking Thuram and Kone as the centre midfielders and Wirtz as the attacking midfielder. You've then got Savic that can play as the attacking midfielder, or Mainu that can play as the attacking midfielder. And you've also got Guendouzi there that can play either centre midfield or attacking midfield. So, it's an improvement, isn't it? I think Thuram and Kone are going to be wonderful. I'm hoping they're going to be wonderful. They're both in the prime, both 27, both world-class players. I mean, look at Thuram's played 6, scored 5 already. So, yeah, I'm pleased with what we've been able to do there. Sanchez and Yamazaki are both new gens that we've brought in that were available for us to do. Yamazaki looks absolutely brilliant. I'll show you in a minute. Wahi, Gyökeres, Garnacho, Ferguson, and Rashford is still here. So, this kid, Tsubasa Yamazaki, is a striker by trade, can also play out on the right, but doesn't really have the right stats for what I'll be looking for in a right winger. Hopefully our new head coach will play him as a striker, but yeah, he looks wonderful. I know I said I wasn't going to go buy young players in the hope they would develop, but 3.3 million this guy was available for. So, and now he's worth between 60 and 90, so even if he doesn't play, he's making me money, which I don't need anymore because I've got a billionaire owner that just throws cash at me, which is great. So, yeah, we have a good squad, but who is our new head coach? That's what you've been waiting for, isn't it? That's what you've been hoping to see. Who is now taking charge of this cluster of players and hopefully turning them into domestic and European title contenders. Michael Carrick is the man. I have promoted from within. He was a coach. His stats have gone up since I signed him as a coach. And he's got everything that I need him to have. Judging player ability and potential is great. Tactical knowledge is 18. motivating 20, people management 18, plays the 4-2-3-1 formation, which is what, first season or two, I think, McLaren and Carboni, who was the interim guy, wasn't he? Both played that kind of formation. Rude obviously played a different formation, the one that I normally play, which is the 4-1-2-2-1. 4-1-2-2-1, yeah. Whereas we're kind of back to the 4-2-3-1 formation with Carrick. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he does, because he looks very good, doesn't he? And he's a model citizen as well. So, yeah, we've... I did look around at what other coaches, assistant managers, or even managers would come in and be our assistant manager, but obviously taking over the role of head coach, and there wasn't really anyone. In fact, certainly not to this kind of standard, or even Rude's standard. Yeah, I was a bit hasty in sacking Rude. I think I probably should have looked first, shouldn't I, to see what was out there, but I'd made my mind up that I wanted something new. But I just couldn't find anything new. And it was kind of between Carrick and Solskjaer, I think. Or one of the others. I mean, Solskjaer looks okay. Tactical knowledge is not great, but we could have given him another shot, like in real life. John O'Shea looks pretty good. We could have given him a shot as well. But Carrick's attributes were just far greater than the others, and he just looks like everything that you want, so we'll give him a chance. We'll give him a season, see what he does. Okay, so that's it. We'll jump forward now to January, see how we've done in the first half of Michael Carrick's new team. Well, he's not getting off to the best of starts, is he? He's in 5th place. He's 4 points off 3rd place, 10 points off 2nd place, and way off Manchester City, who haven't lost a game, to be fair. And like I said to you on numerous occasions, they have an exceptional squad, which I'll show you that at the end of the season if I remember. But yeah, we're not really hitting the ground running, are we? Let's have a look at the squad and the average ratings. Well, we've got more players over the 7, albeit some of them are just stepped in, really. But Wirtz is doing well, which I'm pleased about. He's got 12 goal contributions in 13 starts. Gyökeres has not really played much. Thuram is his best player. What a player he is. 19 goal contributions in 26 for a player that plays predominantly as a DM. So, yeah, I'm pleased with him. Ferguson's doing better this season. He's got 11 in 22 now. 5 in 25 for Saka. Delict is playing better. Wahi's done alright when he's come in. Garnaccio's done alright when he's come in. Alphonso Davies seems to be playing well as well. So, I don't really know what's going wrong, if I'm perfectly honest. So these are his fixtures, which, you're starting away at Manchester City. Manchester Derby, first game of the season, away, and Manchester City are the best team in the world for me at the minute. We've got a good win against Leicester. Then he's lost to Brentford. Good win against Leeds. His first 2 home games are 6-1 wins. Lost away at Arsenal. Beat Liverpool 6-0. I mean, at home, we are wonderful. 6-1, 6-1, 6-0, 4-1, 4-1, 4-0. 1-1 draw with Southampton, but we'll ignore that. He's had a good run here, though. So he's not lost a game since the Wolves game, which he's lost 4-0. Jesus Christ. And he's not had a player sent off. There's no excuses this time. Lost away at Chelsea, which is what it is. This is disappointing. Davis sent off. He has got an excuse for that one. I'll let him off. So, yeah, next game's home to Manchester City, which will be interesting. New Year's Day clash. So, how's he doing in the cup competition? So, let's not forget, Rude always won a trophy. What is Carrick doing? Well, he's not defending the title that Rude has won previously. Yeah, we've lost 1-0 away at Brighton. After beating Manchester City away. I've not lost a league game all season, and he beat them in the 3rd round of the League Cup away. and then lost to bloody Brighton in the 93rd minute. FA Cup's not started yet. How's he doing in the Champions League? Well, Inter Milan seem to be a bogey team, don't they? So, 5-0 loss away from home. Beat Real Madrid 4-1. Beat Chelsea 3-0. Drew away at Valencia. Beat Ajax 4-1. Drawn away at AC Milan. Spanked by Inter for some reason. And now we've got 2 home games against Ludogorets and Nice, which are teams we should be beating. So, yeah. He's doing better than Rude so far in that competition. So what we're going to do now is jump forward to the end of the January transfer window. Let's see if we're able to do anything with the money that we've got. In terms of finances, we've still got 200 million left to spend. This balance is going down, isn't it? We're 1.1 million at the start of the season. We've lost £500 million in 6 months. So yeah, let's see what we were able to do in January. Well, I said goalkeeper was an area that I wanted to target. So Gianluigi Donnarumma, Paris Saint-Germain, 120 million. I've just gone and blown it. Alright, I've still got 80 million left from the original transfer kit at 200 million. But I've just gone and spent it on the goalkeeper. It's the one position we needed a world-class player in. I've gone and done it. We're conceding far too many goals. We have a very good defence. Right back sorted, left back sorted. Centre back is difficult to improve. I'll try, but it's difficult. We've got De Ligt and Scalvini there, both world-class centre backs, so we should be fine. And I've now gone and bought a world-class goalkeeper, so feel comfortable with that. I've let some of the players come in that we bought in the summer. They weren't getting game time. They were unhappy. They wanted to leave. Guendouzi's gone back to France. Paris Saint-Germain, 60 million. They obviously had money to burn from me spending 120 million with them. Savic wasn't playing at all. Lazio wanted him. I just let him go for nothing. And Gyökeres wasn't playing at all. Bournemouth came in with 40 million bid. So I let him go. So we have made a bit of money. I'm a little bit concerned about the finances. So, as you saw when we had the takeover, we had 1.1 billion in the bank. And I've actually made nearly $1 billion in player sales. But I know I've spent 334 million, but I've made... There's £500 million there, isn't there? Difference. £500 million net profit in the transfers. So that should have taken us to £1.6 billion. But in the kitty, we're now down to 364. I have absolutely no idea where this money is going. It's just evaporating from the club. And it's not like, I know we're paying a lot of money in wages for some players. Saka's obviously on £400,000 a week. But the rest are not on a lot. Not on a lot. So I don't really know what's going on. Obviously we've got some debts and loans that... but these could have been paid off, couldn't the net debt's zero? There's 13 million remaining there. Some of these... that was going to be paid off. So we're paying 2.3 million a month for that, but... I have no idea what's going on. I don't know where all the money's going. This is under 21, so we've still got a couple of players here that we've been trying to loan out, but we've not been able to. So they're probably going to leave in the summer. So yeah, let's go see how he did second half of the season. Fair play to Carrick. He's turned it around. He's finished second in the Premier League table. Albeit he's finished a long way behind City, 18 points. But I don't think he lost another game. The last game we lost was away at Wolves. Yeah, so in the second half of the season, he's not lost a game. So he's done really well to turn that round. Really pleased with that. We'll go have a look at the fixtures and see how he did. So that was the last game he lost, 11th of November 2028. And then what a run. What an absolute run. So we left it off here, didn't we? Where it had the draws in a row. We conceded a lot of goals here. But then we've drawn at home with City, drawn away to Liverpool, away to West Ham, home to Chelsea, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins out of the last 9 games. Absolutely fabulous. So, did he win any silverware? We already know he got knocked out of the League Cup by Brighton. How did he do in the FA Cup? Oh man, what a killer. What a killer. He got to the FA Cup final. Competition that Ruud van Nistelrooy won twice, I think. Maybe even 3 times. Right, let me have a look. Yeah, Ruud won it back to back. And then Carrick's just fallen at the final hurdle there against Liverpool. But yeah, disappointing for him. But, you know, I'm pleased he got that. It's his first season. Let's remember that. And there's been a lot of changes with the squad. So, his first season. How did he do in the Champions League? Well, he got to the quarterfinals, which is further than Ruud ever got, I think. And he actually beat Liverpool in the round of 16, the team that beat us in the FA Cup final. So he beat them at their place and beat them at home. Beat Paris Saint-Germain in France. And lost at home and eventually went out on penalties. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh my god, look at that. We scored in the 121st minute. Take it to penalties. But then lost anyway on penalties. Oh, I'm a bit gutted for him there, to be fair. Let's have a look at the squad. So this is a squad sort of by average rating. Players have done really well. I mean, look at those assists there from Saka and Thuram. 14 and 18 each. Wahi's had a good season. Decent free signing there. Donnarumma played 20 games. He's made the difference, hasn't he? Well, you know, you bring it. It's a bit like Liverpool in real life when they brought Alisson and Van Dijk in. And just how much that transformed them from a team that was finishing around top 4 to a team that was challenging for the title. And I think Donnarumma could do that for us in this save. I know it was a lot of money, 120 million, but this is what we were talking about last season, where we just needed to go splash the cash on one player that will transform us. And I feel like he could do that for us. The new gens haven't had much of a sniff, have they? Sanchez is down there near the bottom. Got 9 goal contributions in 8 starts, though. It's not to be sniffed at. Yamazaki, 19-year-old Japanese player, has done alright, 7 in 7. So, yeah, we've done alright. You'll notice another player down there in Francis Reyes, who is 17 years old. So, do you remember me telling you that I had to hire a director of football to try and bring youth players in? We weren't bringing any in. So, I appointed Louis Campos. And there might be a way of doing it without a director of football. I just didn't know how. So, this is what I've done. So, some of you might be sat there saying, well, if you'd have ticked this box or done that, or you didn't need a director of football. But I just went and got the director of football. It's easier for me to do it that way. So, we've now been taking youth players on, and some fabulous youth players. This guy looks really good. 17 years old, already worth up to 94 million. Looks really good. Really good. So yeah, and he's already made me a promise that we'll challenge for the Premier League title. That's part of the contract that he signed. Git. So yeah, there's a couple of others as well that have been coming through the youths that look pretty good, which must be still in the under 18s, I feel. Yeah, so this guy looks really good as well, George Bellew. I mean, look at this. Look at these physicals already. Man's 17. He's worth 50 to 60 million already. So, yeah, Jama Deng looked really good as well. Centre midfielder. Between 60 and 90 million at 17 years old. I don't know if it's something to do with the new update or what. Carlos, a Brazilian, come through. Just look at how good these players are. That is incredible. So, I mean, this guy could come in and do a job in the first team already. Unbelievable. Jack Ashman. Doesn't have the best of stats, but 16 years old, already worth 26 million. Like he's going to be a centre midfielder. So yeah, we've got some very good young players coming through. So yeah, that's it for season 1. I don't see any harm in keeping Carrick again for next season. I don't think there's anyone else on the market that could do a better job. How much have we got in the kitty? We've jumped back up to 573 million, 282 million to go spend, and I'm going to go spend it. We're going to go identify 2 or 3 players, £100 million players or £150 million players. We're going to go find them, we're going to go buy them, and we're going to challenge this Manchester City team for the title. Fingers crossed. But yeah, this team is unreal, let me tell you. Erling Haaland is obviously still here, banging the goals in. Phil Foden is world class, as we know. Dedic is fabulous. Onana's very good. They've managed to bring in Martinelli. Diaz is still here. Nyanzi was there, who's not that very good actually. Van der Ven is here, and here. Oh, they're all down here at the not for sale bit. I've sorted it by transfer value, but I'm thinking, where's all them good players that they signed? They're all down here. Jude Bellingham is here, and Gavi is here playing in the centre midfield. They also have Nico Williams out in the wing. Gvardiol's still here. This kid looks really good. I nearly managed to get him. I nearly managed to nick him off them. His contract was due to expire, and I had it all agreed for him to come to me, but in the end he signed a new contract with them. Bastard. So yeah, I nearly managed to steal him off them. But yeah, they've got a wonderful team. It's going to be difficult to topple them, but I am going to go do my best and see if we can sign some players that can hopefully challenge them. They've won it now 3 seasons in a row. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video, share it, comment, do all that stuff that helps this channel continue to grow. Thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.